Welcome back to another edition of the Fireside Brew Review. Today, I got my good friend Ron.
Hi Greg, it was so exciting to be here.
Man, it's so good to have you.
Thanks Greg.
Now Ron's come from all the way from Washington State.
That's right, I live in Tacoma, Washington,
And
south of Seattle.
He's brought us these great beers to try. So we're gonna taste these beers. We're gonna have some food. We're gonna taste a couple things.
And I got a little story that I'm going to tell about this San Juan Islands that I hope you enjoy.
Wait to hear that story.
And I also I have a special surprise for you, something that comes from the San Juan Islands. It's not just beer, and I'm hoping we can taste it on the grill today.
Ooh, that sounds good. Let's get started. It's the Fireside Brew Review. What? The Fireside Brew Review. Good talk.
I don't know what to say right now.
Great.
Obviously.
Brewing. San Juan Island Brewing. It's the IPA. And we got the, again, San Juan Island Brewing. And it's the Belgian Summer.
So I'd like to tell you a little bit about the San Juan Islands.
I'd like to hear it.
Great. I was lucky enough to go sailing in the San Juan Islands. Now the San Juan Islands are, for some of you who know, they're a set of islands just east of Vancouver Island. And they are right at the border of US and Canada. On the Canadian side we have the Canadian Gulf Islands. And then just south of there are the San Juan Islands. Now, when Canada and the U.S. decided on a border at the 49th parallel, they couldn't really agree on what would happen with all those different islands, because Vancouver Island was part of Canada, but technically all these islands were south of there. And so, but they're close to Vancouver Island. So, there was a bit of a dispute. Now, in 1859, there was, on the north end of San Juan Island, a British military camp, and on the south end of San Juan Island there was an American military camp, because they were still trying to figure out who really was going to get possession of the islands. And then one day a pig from the British side was rooting in the fields of an American farmer. Well, it didn't take long for that American farmer to shoot that pig. And then that set off a 12-year war in the San Juan Islands over who would own the islands. It was ultimately decided by Kaiser Wilhelm I of Germany, and he awarded it to the United States. But one little known fact about that island war and about that pig is that right after that pig was shot, they cured that pig's meat. And you might know a little bit about curing meats. If you do it the right way, it'll last forever. And, well, with this one particular pig, they still have a little bit of that cured pork that they auction off every year. And because I was there at the right time, I was able to bid and win a bid on a small amount of that cured pork. And Greg's going to cook it up for us today.
Hey, who better to cook that?
And we'll taste that with our Belgian Summer. And I've also brought a little bit of smoked sockeye salmon that we're going to try with the IPA.
Sounds good. All right. Before we get into our food, let's crack this open.
All right.
And have a taste of this.
I'm going to let you do the honors, Greg.
All right. Nice looking can. Nice color, nice fizzies. Wait, let's try to make it even here.
This might take a while.
I think we got it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well, on this summer night, we'll have a Belgian summer amber brew.
Sounds great. Oh wow. Wow, it's smooth. Nice mouthfeel.
Oh.
It's
I
got
almost-
kind of a sweetness.
Yeah, I think I almost taste cantaloupe in here.
Really.
Yeah.
There is a sweetness to it. And like I say, the mouth feels a little different than what you would expect.
So, Greg didn't read this can before I gave it to him.
I didn't. I like to taste the
Refreshing.
flavors first.
Light sweetness, dry finish. Isn't that exactly what you just said? Northern Brewer Czech Sauce. Pilsner, Munich.
Well, I
Wow.
do find if I read the can, sometimes it influences what I'm tasting. So I've learned just to taste it and go with my gut.
So I want to just say one more thing, because my wife and I had some oysters when we were on San Juan Island from Westcott Bay, and apparently Westcott Shellfish Company is one of the few small family-run aquaculture farms in San Juan Islands. It's a place to gather and slurp freshly harvested oysters overlooking the working farm on which they grow. The light sweetness and subtle fruitiness of the Westcott Belgian Summer Ale is the perfect complement to this truly unique and special San Juan Island experience. Well, I wasn't able to bring raw oysters, but
You know what? If we did that, we'd have to have stem glasses.
well, I'm going to save a little bit of this for when we do that 164-year-old pork.
Sounds good. Okay, we've grilled up quite the feast here.
Yeah, I think this is going to
It
be
was
good.
a nice collaborative effort here.
He let me play on the griddle a bit. And I'm going to sing a little bit, if that's okay with Greg.
Sure. Let's
When I left your house this morning, about a
quarter after 9.
might have been the Willie Nelson.
Could have been the wine.
When I left your house this morning, about a little after 9. I was in Bob Cajun.
That's where we saw the constellation
reveal themselves one star at a time.
Wow. Well, let's taste this delicious
All right.
food here.
Well, I'm gonna start a little bit with the smoked salmon as a little bit of an appetizer.
Oh, you know what? I
You're
agree.
okay with that? Here, let me. Here, I'll get you one of those.
Oh,
You
thanks.
can use your own fork. Get
Thanks,
some of
buddy.
that salmon on there. Maybe squeeze a little bit of lemon on it.
Nice.
This is wild sockeye from the Pacific Northwest. Oh, it just falls apart. It just melts in your mouth.
Salmon
Cheers.
cheers. Damn, that's good.
Yeah.
I believe you said the IPA goes with this?
Yeah, so I don't mind finishing this blonde off with the sandwich.
Wait! Now it's time for the part everybody knows and loves, the Sophie scale.
Well, you might not realize this, but Sophie is my daughter. It was her idea about 3 years ago,
Right?
and she passed it on to Greg, and
We just ran with it.
I haven't stopped watching ever since. With Sophie.
But if you don't know what the Sophie scale is, watch this. Take a drink and then you think, pick a color, any color. That's the Sophie scale. Okay, got that?
Yeah, I think I got it.
That little dance was for Nathan.
Nathan likes the gritty. I don't think I did as well as him, but
We did the gritty. That's for you, Nathan. All right, let's take a drink. Don't show me. Ooh, this one's calling my name. All right. Gris.
amarillo, naranja, or sorry, yellow, orange. Jaune orange.
There.
All right.
Who's gonna
And I
build-
brought Greg a few vegetables.
It happened. I do eat them once in a while.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Put my pulled pork on there. We'll throw some onions, some peppers.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
We'll put my ring of pineapple on there.
It's the best.
And boy, these Brussels sprouts, toasted pecans.
Yeah. And we actually discovered that we can, in fact, make our own balsamic vinaigrette reduction on the grill.
Smells
How great is
fantastic.
that? It's way better than what you can buy in the store. Just put it right on the side.
All
You can have
right.
that on the side there.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, I got to tell you, the smell of this is just amazing. I got to try one of these Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Oh, you did them perfect, Greg. You did them just right.
You know, boy, toasted pecan, Brussels sprout.
And good friends.
Mm-hmm.
We've known each other since kindergarten.
Since forever.
That's right. Like we were 5 years old, and you would have been 4 because you hadn't had a birthday
That's
yet.
true.
And Madame Beneto's kindergarten
So
class.
we're pushing 50 years here, knowing each other.
But we can't say those words out loud because
No.
you know I've been lying to people. So in kindergarten, there was like a clock face on the floor,
I remember that.
and all of us sat on our own number. And I remember I was on number 6. Directly across from me was Jeff Martin. You might have heard of him. He's kind of this famous rock star guitarist.
From
He's
the Tea Party.
Yeah. Mostly living in Australia now, but he does come back every once in a while.
Hey Jeff, you ever want to come out, taste some good
I
food?
saw Jeff when he brought the band, when the band came to Seattle just before, I think in 2019.
Nice.
And then I remember a few friends where they sat on the circle. Do you remember your number?
I believe I was number 8.
I think you might have been number 8. Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Boy, it's so long ago.
oh God! But that was good times. It sure was.
Yeah. Well, let's take a bite.
Mm.
The
pineapple.
I'm anxious to try this IPA. Wow, that's good. Wash this down with some of this delicious beverage.
Belgian summer. LaSalle summer.
We're gonna rename it. Would you like a clean glass?
This glass is clean enough.
All right. I was just gonna give you mine.
That's a good one. All right, save some for later.
Wait, we gotta be even.
Yeah.
I got more foam.
Wait it out. No, it's good. It's good.
Oh,
Pretty good. Close enough.
there we go. Cheers.
That get the foam. Gets
Cheers,
the
my
aroma.
friend.
Oh, this is. Oh, you're gonna love the hops.
I didn't even make it to the beer yet. The bitterness in the foam just
Oh.
is hitting me. Like,
Yeah.
man, I love it.
Don't you love the hops? They're so floral. Okay, now I'm gonna read.
You know, there's such thing of too hoppy,
Yeah.
and there's such thing of really tasting the
Yeah.
hops but not being over.
Yeah.
And that's how I would describe this. Like, there's no citrus note to kind of cut it. That bitterness hits you, but it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
The beer's very crisp, very easy drinking. But you got this fantastic flavor note in there. Love it.
Can you taste any tree in there?
Oh, okay.
Think about
Now
a
that you
tree.
say that, a
Think
pine.
about it.
I taste pine in this.
Citrus, pine, refreshing.
I didn't read the can.
I did not
That's
set them
fantastic.
up. I didn't set them up. I promise. Should always be honest. I think we should be. What do you think about the idea about us having some of this smoked salmon
Oh.
with this?
We need to do that salmon IPA pairing.
I can't believe we're not doing the salmon IPA pairing right now.
I think we need to do this closer to the camera.
Okay.
Let's build a nice salmon
Oh, yeah.
IPA pairing
You
sandwich.
got it. I love it. I love it.
All right, we got salmon IPA pairing here.
All right.
Let's do this. That on its own.
Yeah, that's just right.
Just fantastic.
Well, Greg, another thing I'd like to say about your Fireside Brew review is that when I first found this on the YouTube channel, I was just so heartened to see like a true Canadian guy like yourself make me feel like I was home again. Because I'm forced to live far away from where I grew up, but every time I watch your channel, I feel like I'm right back in my roots.
Man, I appreciate that, Ron. It makes me feel good to share some of this, actually. And knowing that you feel that way makes me feel good.
Thanks, Greg. And I hope you keep doing this forever.
It's fun. Why stop?
And wait, unless we run out of beer.
Okay,
Which
brewers,
should never
you need
happen.
to keep brewing. Okay, we'll see you next time on the next Fireside Brew Review.